Hi, Bill Bodnar here, Mortgage Market Guide. Thanks for tuning in to our MMG weekly recap and look ahead. The big report for this week was the retail sales number that came out on Thursday. And after scouring through the report, I think there's two numbers that you need to be mindful of. Number one, the minus 1.2 headline number. We were minus 1.2 for the month of December. It was the lowest, it was the biggest drop in retail sales in like 9 years. So that really freaked out the market. But then when you looked under the hood, you see this minus 3.9. That was internet sales. So, online purchasing down 3.9%. That's a big drop. So, obviously what that did is spark some of that recessionary type of fears. That is what has really disrupted the stock market back in November and December and gave bonds a lift. And so we're seeing bonds this week kind of get propped up by this number. It remains to be seen what happened, because when we look at these numbers, they're a little bit backward looking. And at that time when this report was taken and these numbers were put together, the economy was kind of questionable, right? The stock market had dropped significantly, and there was a definite wealth effect loss there. So we'll see what happens. Stock since that time has gone up materially, and so one number doesn't make a trend, but it obviously did spook the bond market, I should say, and the stock market. And so we're seeing bonds for the week remain. This is a 1 year chart. We're right near 1 year prices on mortgage rates and mortgage-backed security pricing, which is really phenomenal. And so when we look ahead, there's some big reports to think about next week. A lot has to do with housing, right? We're going to start to see maybe this bump in the wealth effect, right? What has happened with the stock market over the last couple of months, coupled with the lowest rates, right, in about a year, setting up for what could be a good spring season. It'll be interesting to see what these housing numbers bear next week. And then we have the Fed minutes on next Wednesday. That will be a big one. Now, obviously, the Fed is not going to hike rates, and numbers like this retail sales report are going to add to that story. The Fed's going to sit on their hands. But what they might start to talk about now is this balance sheet. So what did they talk about at that meeting? That will be a really interesting thing as we head into this week. So folks, have yourself a great weekend. We'll be back at it soon. Bye for now.